people ask, like, what are my top 2022 catalysts and how high can Doge go? Yeah, we have the Doge One rocket. Yeah, we have Elon and Tesla. Yes, we have the integration with AMC, and we're pushing for utility across different markets. Yes, we have all these things. There is nothing. There is no catalyst. There is absolutely nothing that can send Dogecoin to the moon like a short squeeze. All right, welcome back, YouTube. So I wanted to weigh in today on the shorts and like some of the all-time highs that the shorts are taking against Dogecoin, and I kind of wanted to weigh in because I'm not sure um, where people stand at, if they understand what's going on. So I wanted to kind of explain what a short squeeze is and some of the what we can expect going forward. Um, so we take a look here at the chart. We'll see that Doge is having some really huge spike ups as far as for shorts. And we know that this technically is the reason why we broke through that 25 cents floor is because the shorts are creating a lot of downward pressure on the coin. And technically speaking, you would hope that you can create some downward pressure on the coin and be able to collect on the spread. Thus, you pretty much win in your bet that the stock is going to, or stock or crypto is going to go down. So what we have here is pretty much Dogecoin pretty much hitting like some all-time highs when it comes down to the shorts. And technically speaking, when you short, whether that be a stock or crypto, pretty much you're a guaranteed buyer at that point. So what happens is in the event of a squeeze, what would happen is the overall coin supply would become scarce, because technically people would catch you in there and say, oh my God, everybody buy this because look at how high the short interest is. Everyone piles into the coin, which is what's been happening this year. But everyone piles into the coin. They make the share price they make the share of the coin very scarce or hard to come by. And they know that because you have a short interest in it, you're going to have to buy back to cover those positions. But of course you can't because everybody owns all the coins and the cryptos. So the price just goes, that buying pressure, when you're forced to enter the market, it just sends the coin absolutely parabolic. And that's how there's really no limit on how high a short squeeze can go. We've seen this year that the market will, the SEC and stuff like that, they'll start halting to kind of control volatility and all these kinds of things. But as far as for the actual dollar amount, there's no limit to how high it can go in the event that the shorts were to cover a stock or something like that. So my thing here is, I believe that they're testing the waters technically, because in cryptos like Dogecoin, who do have an unlimited supply, it can kind of help them, that the fact that there is still continuous coins coming out and it's not a fixed amount. So something like with a GameStop or like an AMC, you can see the game that they're playing as far as to buy up the coins and create that pressure. And we're seeing even with things like AMC, they're like, okay, well, the only way that we can control this price is to have synthetic shares to kind of cause the control the price and have it fluctuate within like a certain range. And hopefully by some point, the community will lose interest and we can cover and get out. Dogecoin is naturally going to create more coins. So I believe that they're taking a similar approach here to say, okay, well, the people that have been in Dogecoin, they've been there for like a year or so. The community is, it's still top 10, but the community, it doesn't have the same push by the media and stuff like that. And, so right now it'd be a great time to short it because we're going to believe it's overvalued, and we're going to put out a bunch of articles telling everybody to sell. And we're seeing these articles like, top 10 reasons to sell Dogecoin and stuff like that. You're going to get a lot more of that to try and push it down as well, to create that negative stigma around it. And then they create panic. So when you have panic and then they start creating the downward pressure and it goes from 20 to 18 cents or 17 cents, everyone's like, oh my God, is it really worthless? And then you start seeing the marketing, the coin is worthless, it's going to zero, everybody sell it. And that's because they've taken their short positions and they need your help to kind of get it down by selling and creating that downward pressure for them. But you'll see the marketing campaign. They're going to push that towards you so that you can see it. You see your portfolio going down. It's like, oh my God, it's breaking through all the floors. And then it creates their panic so that you can sell and pretty much help them lock in their profits. So we're seeing these huge spikes here and it's building up. And I do believe that because we've seen things like with Barry and stuff like that earlier this year of people taking these short positions. And when I see these quick spikes like that, I believe that they're testing the waters and we're probably going to come up and test that all-time high again when it comes to shorts. Now, as far as for the people that are in Dogecoin, what does that mean as far as for if they get caught in a short squeeze or if they're able to create the downward pressure? So when they create the downward pressure, what would happen is you would start testing some of the true floors, or you start pretty much coming down in price until you came up to a point where people believe that it was pretty much oversold. And that's only if they're able to get people to panic or if they can create enough downward pressure to accomplish this. And at that point, you'll start seeing the resistance or the pushback. So if they continuously start increasing like their shorts, and we start getting these spikes and we start seeing shorts go hit these new all-time high levels, you can expect there to be some resistance. Technically at around like the 16 cents, we've touched it briefly if they're able to get it down that low. But in order for it to break through those floors, especially those floors that we touched and had those immediate bounces back up into like the low 20s, they're going to need to create the stigma around it in order to get people to sell. Because ultimately, I believe a poll came out, it said like 60 to 65% of all crypto holders own some Dogecoin, right? So they're going to have to disrupt that in order to get this down to the levels that they'd like. And in order to do that, they're going to need your help. So if this were to, personally, if they were able to create a marketing campaign and get some panic sellers to try to get this down into the teens, at that point, I would be ecstatic. And that would certainly, because I'm only buying in the teens right now anyway. So if they were able to successfully get it there and hold it there for any period of time, that would make me happy. And as far as for the community, and because I would be, if these numbers start looking really funny, if they start trending up there, I'll be the first one. I technically try to stay away from like financial advice and telling people to buy, but I'll let you know that I'm buying like aggressively because a short squeeze would be absolutely amazing. It's nothing for this to 5x or 10x in a short squeeze. The community, we've shown several times, you can look up short squeezes and stuff. We've had some very, very violent short squeezes in multiple industries over the years. And this would be insane for Doge to do it, just even like as a catalyst. It's like, and for those of you who are unfamiliar with the short squeeze, that would make Dogecoin. It would be nothing from Doge to go from like a number 10 to like number 5. Like there's no cap on the monetary value that a short squeeze can bring. Like this would be absolutely crazy, especially for the people that are holding and have held since pretty much like earlier this year. It would be greatly rewarding. Like, so people ask like, what are my top 2022 catalysts and how high can Doge go? Yeah, we have the Doge One rocket. Yeah, we have Elon and Tesla. Yes, we have the integration with AMC, and we're pushing for utility across different markets. Yes, we have all these things. There is nothing. There is no catalyst. There is absolutely nothing that can send Dogecoin to the moon like a short squeeze. It's not even a competition. So I'm going to be watching these numbers, and I'm going to keep a very close eye on this because I believe that this is kind of like a test here now because I see that the numbers are spiking up and going back down to prior resistance levels. But I'm going to be watching very closely to determine an angle to move forward and to see the best bet as far as for how to handle this. But as of right now, I'm very excited about this because this provides a lot of opportunity. And we'll dive some more into this as the numbers come out because I know that a lot of people are new investors and you shouldn't participate in these types of things if you're relatively new or if you're not sure how they work. So as things go on, and if I feel like it's necessary based off of the movement I'm seeing, I'll create more videos like this. So now I'm going to take a look at Dogecoin in general here. All right. So even if you look at all the catalysts and whatever is going on, the rally we had at all-time highs, as far as for short interest and stuff like that against Doge, you'll see that Doge has absolutely not broken formation and has not broken out of any of the ranges that historically it showed support at and has rallied from. This is the chart showing pretty much the entire history of Doge from like, what is it, up until today, actually. So again, this is very bullish. I'm not going to get too deep into technicals, but again, it wasn't there for a long period of time. So we can see it hit higher numbers over time. But as of right now, Doge is doing phenomenal as far as for holding those floors. And again, this is just a what if scenario. I just kind of want people to be in the know because in my opinion, it's easier to talk about these kinds of things now versus when it's happening. Because when it's happening, you're going to see, a bunch of videos flying out by different YouTubers, and there's going to be a lot of different information put out there. So you'll be looking, okay, what do I do? Which way to go? And I want to put this out there now just so you can start doing some research and start thinking about what you would do in this situation. Because obviously, if you're invested in Doge long term, and in the event that short interest went up extremely high, you have the risk of the crypto going down, and you also have the risk of a short squeeze, which means that it would go like not even to the moon, it would go to like heaven or something. But you would need to know, okay, what am I going to do in this position? What am I going to do if this happens? So just kind of have that, just start thinking about that as far as for how you're going to handle that situation. But as of today, and without any catalyst as far as for a short squeeze or mentioning anything of shorts, we'll see that Dogecoin is absolutely fine. It's holding up its support levels. And again, this is very bullish. And I am still saying that I am a buyer at anything in the teen range. So as of right now, Doge is good. If you still believe in the coin, absolutely. I believe in holding, and certainly as we push toward these catalysts coming in the next 12 months, I believe that Doge is going to hit some of the start testing some of those ceilings that we've had this year, that we're getting some resistance at. I believe that we're going to come up and start testing some of those. But as always, this is not financial advice. Do your own research. This is just my opinion, and I just want you guys to think and be able to look at these charts and come to some conclusions and make the best choices for yourself. If you found any value in this video, please consider giving it a like. It helps YouTube share it to other people. It also helps the community grow as well, so that we can all learn from each other. Also, please consider subscribing if you have not. If you want to hear more from me, please consider subscribing. I post frequently, almost every day now, so I'll incorporate the lives, but certainly if you want to hear more from me, you can subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, and until next time.